Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right. So Scorpio, it looks like in the recent past, some of you may have wanted to get away, whether it was travel, vacation, or you just needed some downtime. This is about taking a much needed escape, possibly through camping, disconnecting from society, from the world, or just taking a little bit of time for yourself or to nurture a relationship if you are in one. The camping card is all about spending time with people you love, but it's also about grounding your energy to Mother Earth. So some of you may have recently felt a little bit ungrounded. You may have been focused on your stability and wanting to come back to your center. I am getting here personal development, self-development, and finding clarity, because you may have had someone on your mind and you've just needed to take a little bit of a time out to think and to recuperate. Now, Mercury going retrograde this month as well could certainly bring about some deep reflection, some deep insights. And I feel that a lot of you Scorpios are thinking of making a move or making a decision here, because in the near future, you actually have some major transformations showing up for you. You have the butterfly card, which is about big changes. So some of you may have been going through that cocooning process with the death card. You may have been going through a rebirth and awakening. I'm also feeling that there could be shifts. If you are looking for love, there could be someone coming back from the past, now not an ex, but someone who you've crossed paths with. I'm also getting that you and this other person may have both been in separate relationships, but now the timing is right to come together. So there may not have been anything going on between the both of you, but there was a spark or a connection. I feel like that's coming back in. Now, for those of you that are in a relationship, I feel like you've really been praying for some sort of solution, answer, clarity, or communication, because your middle card here is the cardinal, messages from spirit. I also sense that there are loved ones who crossed over around this time, or you've been reaching out to loved ones. Now, April, May, and even into June, there could be some very significant changes. It could also be a celebration of life. It could be a birthday. It could also be a birth I'm getting as well. It doesn't mean that you are pregnant, but someone may be giving birth in the family. And I do feel that someone who's crossed over will not miss this important time, okay? Because sometimes we feel that because a person has crossed over that they're missing out on important milestones in the physical, yes, but in the energetic and the spiritual, they are still there. And so I feel like you've been talking to a parent, talking to a sibling. I'm also getting some of you may even have been widowed, or you have lost someone close to you. So let's dive into your energy here, Scorpio, and see what's going on in matters of the heart when it comes to family, love, and relationships. What is the heart of the matter for you in May 2023? What do we have here for Scorpio, please? All right, we have the Three of Wands, which is all about foundation. It is all about stability here as well. But I feel like you are making a choice, or you have recently made a choice during this time out or reflective period, how to rebuild your foundation, how to spread your wings and really move forward in a new direction. I am sensing as well, there could be three of you. It could be you and maybe two children, or you and a partner and a child as well. Or you may be the third, so that could be three siblings. Or three sisters here. I'm also getting with this Three of Wands that someone is looking for a sweet new opportunity, because you can see the strawberries that are growing, and strawberries come up every year. I believe they are perennials, but I do feel that there's a situation that is coming back with more revitalization, more spark. So if you had a winter, or if you had a period where you didn't speak with someone that you were close to, it could be a family member, or maybe you separated from someone, or it could have been a divorce. I feel like someone may be showing up to ask you or talk about some important things. Okay, so it doesn't mean you're getting back together, but let's say you've separated or divorced from someone, but you may have a child together. There could be an important conversation coming in the month of May. I'm also sensing that some of you may hear of someone crossing over, or someone has passed. Possibly could be old friends, parents that you knew a while ago, or this could also be, you know, someone that you had dated or you were with. You may find out something around their family. I'm also getting here this energy in the right ear. So some of you may really be downloading information. You may be feeling or hearing ringing in your ears, or it just may seem at times that things are hyper focused, hypersensitive for you, Scorpio. Trust in your own intuitive nudges at that time, and trust that you're receiving downloads and information for clarity, for guidance. Let's take a look and see what the challenge is for you in the month of May. We have the Health card, which is the Page of Pentacles. Now, some of you, this can be as well a new offer in the physical. This could be a brand new relationship. Some of you getting back out there, but you want to make sure you're healthy enough to do so mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I feel like a lot of you are heading towards this big change, but it's like you're preparing yourself. You're preparing to spread those wings and take flight. But some of you with this Page of Pentacles, this could also be a son. It could be a daughter. It could be someone younger. You may be focused on your finances, or focused on coming together to create a new beginning with someone. So there could also be someone moving in with you or moving out. I'm sensing that this could be a child maybe coming to stay with you, or it could be your own child, maybe leaving, going off to college, or finding their own home, or they may be going back and forth between homes is what I'm sensing, especially if you have children that fluctuate between maybe their mom and their dad's, or either or. I feel that energy showing up, and that could be stressful for some of you, especially if you do have to connect with someone who has a hard time communicating. It could also be an in-law, mother-in-law, or a third-party energy that is just a little difficult at times is what I feel. Now, for the majority of you with this challenge, with the Page of Pentacles, you want a brand new beginning in the physical world, but it feels stuck at times, and that's where divine intervention comes in. That's why you have the Cardinal with the spiritual messages here of big changes showing up. Let's take a look at the foundation. What is in the deep, deep past that may at times still show up and affect you? We do have an ending, the World. I like the World card. This is about a completion or a cycle ending here. So a lot of you may have been in a relationship, or you may have come full circle with a family member. I'm also sensing that, this could be someone may have moved across the state, across the country, or have left their hometown. They may have felt like the black sheep, or they may have felt like they had to get away from a situation, okay? Because a cycle was completed here. I'm also getting someone's 82nd or 88th birthday as well. So it could be you, it could be a family member. Someone may be celebrating, maybe a grandmother's or a mother's 82nd or 88th birthday. Some of you may be seeing eights as well. Eights are about power. They're about authority, strength, and control, self-control as well. And even though the World card is 21, they're showing me a lot of eights. And this could also be that infinity symbol of coming full circle, which represents that world tree as well. So in the deep, deep past, you've completed a cycle, but it's still challenging at times, especially if you have to revisit pieces of whatever this cycle was at that time. But I feel like you've accomplished a lot. There's celebration here as well, and you've come a long way is what I'm hearing here, Scorpio. So whether this is you focusing on your health, if you've spent some time on your own, for others of you, there was a very challenging, grief-ridden situation that you may have dealt with in the past, but I'm sensing that there's more community, more friendships, companionships, and love that's coming into your world here, especially in the near future, because you do have some big changes. Now let's take a look and see what's going on in the past. A lot of reflection, and this makes sense with that camping card here, a much needed escape. Now you have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is all about a new emotional situation, or someone may have even fell in love quickly. They may have missed the red flags or missed the signs that were presented to them, but I'm also sensing that there could have been young love. Someone may have gotten married young, right out of high school, or right away had babies and settled down. There could be someone even that you're thinking about, possibly out of, high school or out of college. Or if you've been with someone for quite some time, I feel like there is this reflecting period of how far you've come and what you can do to maybe re-spark that romance between you and another. Some of you are thinking and laughing or chuckling in your head thinking, Melissa, that's not possible. So you may be thinking of reflecting and going in a new direction is what I'm sensing. So with this Page of Cups here, some of you were hurt. You may have been rejected. I'm also getting because someone may not have been mature enough or emotionally mature within their choices, their actions, their decisions. And it did leave you feeling a little bit, what did I do wrong, right? Or it may have left you reflecting on a scenario or a situation. So let's get to the good juicy stuff. What's coming in here in your headspace? What are you manifesting, Scorpio? I feel like you're actually telling someone a truth. You're telling someone I almost want to feel a cold truth. I feel like it's coming from a place of honesty, but the other person may feel a little bit wounded. Some of you are setting a healthy boundary, and that's what I feel here as well. A healthy boundary may be needed or required, and this could even be for your own child or children as well. Could be for your own mother. Now in the potential, you have the King of Discs, King of Pentacles. This is earth energy. Now, Scorpio, some of you may be manifesting a King of Pentacles or an earth sign. This is someone who wants to build upon their stability. Someone who is a reliable leader, very generous, very abundant, prosperous, but they do work a lot. Now, I feel like you're working a lot on your stability, or this is you attracting someone who wants to be in it to win it, right? You're not playing with these pages or these knights if you were in the past. This is about you manifesting someone who is emotionally, physically, spiritually available, and they're going to help you by coming together and letting you be independent. But those are the best relationships, where you both can be independent and come together to create and build a life that's fulfilling. Now, for others of you, this could be a father that you had, or a brother, someone who may have even been a workaholic. Or it could be someone who you weren't able to necessarily see. That could be this person who's crossed over. If you had a parent who maybe they were a farmer, or maybe they worked from sun up till sundown, or you didn't see them often. I feel like you're receiving messages from this person as well. So let's take a look at the near future and see what is showing up, Scorpio, for you in the near future. You have some big changes. So it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe even that Wheel of Fortune, the Tower moment, because sometimes we need that Tower to come in, especially as we build upon our stability. And you have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. This is about using your intellectual and rational mind to find solutions to any challenges or questions that you've been pondering, right? This Ace of Swords is about a new understanding. It is about a light bulb moment going off. And that light bulb moment for you, Scorpio, is going to be the catalyst for these big, big changes. This is also about communication. And we mentioned earlier how there may be a very important communication that shows up with a family member. It could be a parent, it could be a sibling, child, friend, coworker, boss, someone who you do care about here. But I'm also getting that there's a bond, there's a connection, but some of you really need to set this healthy boundary, and it's because you care. And someone may be saying to you, well, you don't care about my feelings, or you don't understand it from my point of view, or vice versa. But I do sense here that there's going to be clarity, and I feel like you're going to cut through anything that was a misunderstanding. And you could also be a mediator, is what I'm sensing. You may have someone that mediates, or you may be this person, or you may be seeking out, it could be a therapist or a third party, to help you both be able to see the situation from a new point of view. So let's take a look and see how you're feeling at this time. What is going on within your emotions? I do feel some of you are ready to start a new adventure with someone, or you're ready to give them another chance. It could be maybe a sister that you haven't talked to for 6 years because you butt heads, or you weren't agreeing, or there could have been a fallout. I feel like there is a time here in the near future where you may be wanting to reach out, or you may see a social media post, because I'm getting that as well. Some of you may find out news or have some sort of big clarity moment through social media, or an engagement, or something that you are engaged to on a platform, a social media platform, where you find out some sort of news as well. Now you have the Knight of Discs. This is the Knight of Pentacles, husbandry. It's all about movement and getting yourself out of maybe a rut that you were in. You may have felt stuck, stalled, or stagnant, and that's why you needed this much needed escape, for you to reevaluate and really think things through. Now, when this Knight of Pentacles shows up, you're very dependable, Scorpio. You're trustworthy. And I feel like you do put your heart on the line. You have that emotion, that cup energy within you. And sometimes people take advantage of that. You can also be a people pleaser, where you give, and sometimes people walk all over you. I feel like you are making big changes, and that may be why I'm seeing the boundaries come in, because you can see he has a shield here and he has a sword out. So he's ready to protect his dignity. He's ready to protect those qualities and those traits, and he doesn't want anyone to walk all over him. So even though this is knight status here, I feel like you've learned a lot along the way, and there is going to be some sweet revelations here. You see the berries at the very top. There's going to be some sort of sweet new beginning that shows up because you are stepping into your power, and I feel like there is movement here for you. And slow and steady wins the race here. This is about you being practical and taking a down-to-earth approach, okay? Instead of being impulsive, instead of overreacting, you actually may surprise someone, Scorpio, because of your actions and behaviors. You've emotionally evolved here, and someone may be surprised by your response to this conversation, or because you take a down-to-earth approach, or this person may also take that down-to-earth approach. You may actually get somewhere within that conversation. Now let's take a look at what's going on in your environment. Nine of Swords. I feel that someone around you, or this could be yourself, may feel anxiety, suffering, sleepless nights, something that is really making you feel anxious, because this can be the card of anxiety as well. So I feel like this is someone around you, and that may be why you are reflecting, reaching out. Now, this isn't going to resonate with everyone, so please take it as it does. Some of you may have an adult child, or maybe they're even under the age of 18, where they may be suffering from some sort of addiction. Now, it doesn't have to be alcohol or drugs, but it certainly could be. I'm sensing someone may be suffering from a loss, from a breakup, or from some financial struggles as well. This could be an adult child or someone around you as well, and you may be in a close proximity. It could even be a partner, a spouse, or if you have a family member that's staying with you. I do feel like this is someone around you, but you are well aware of this, and that may be why you're in deep reflection or contemplation, because you're not quite sure how to approach it in a new way, and because the old ways weren't necessarily working. So again, there's healthy boundaries here, but there's also a down-to-earth, compassionate approach, and you're blending it all together, and I feel like it's working here, or it will help ease some of this pain. And this is interesting that this shows up, Scorpio, because I've been talking about this in my readings, where that disappointment and the life challenges and grief, that is inevitable as having a human experience, right? We go through those situations because that's part of our soul's growth. However, suffering in the essence here is a choice. We can choose to let those moments define us, and we can choose to sit in that energy and wallow around in that, or we can get up and dust ourselves off and move forward in the best way that we know how, and we can heal along the way. So it doesn't mean that you have to feel, completely healed or get over a situation. And you hear that often, and that is the furthest thing from the truth, right? We can feel and heal throughout our whole lifetime, right? We can have these things happen, but we don't let that suffering get to the best of us. And so I feel like you're helping someone see the light here. So some of you are also care workers. You may be CNAs, nurses, doctors. You may be a coach or a therapist yourself. And I feel like you also are empathics. Scorpio, you pick up on a lot of that energy, and just make sure you don't take that home with you, or you find some solutions or healthy boundaries to break free of that energy. All right, what are your hopes and fears? Change, Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords here, air element, which is interesting because you also have that intellect with the Ace of Swords showing up in the near future. So your hope here is that you can embrace change in a new light, that there will be change around this situation, that someone will take action and they will match their words with their actions here. So there will be alignment. And the fear is, what if someone is just too impulsive? What if their urges get the best of them? I mean, this can be you or someone that you're dealing with as well. Or what if there's no change and things stay stagnant with this Knight of Pentacles? What if we stay in this rut and we're just doing the same mundane thing and I'm staying miserable, or this person is miserable, right? Well, there's big changes here. And I feel like you are the catalyst for this change as well. So let's take a look at the final outcome. What is the final outcome here for Scorpio in the month of May 2023? We have the King of Wands. Beautiful. Now, some of you may be attracting a fire sign. For others of you, this is about you being able to make decisions that are in your highest good, and trust in yourself to make those decisions. The King of Wands, he takes charge of his own destiny. He doesn't let other people come in and make those decisions for him. He doesn't let other people come in and push him around or overstep their boundaries. I'm also getting here that some of you may be updating the walk-in space of your home, or you may be changing the locks on your front door. Okay, I'm getting here, there's something with the entrance of a property, and that could also be symbolic for who you let into your home, and it could be someone leaving the home as well. So when we have this King of Wands as your final outcome, this is you stepping up, being a leader, being successful. This could also be you connecting to a spiritual influencer, a guru, a reader, someone who can really help you find clarity to a situation, to help you find this solution. So I like the King of Wands as your final outcome. Let's take a look and get a message from the Soul Truth deck, Scorpio, and see what your soul really wants you to focus on at this time in order for you to move forward and have this change. And this is interesting because we have this fire element showing up here, and your card is, what can I burn? Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, Scorpio, the reminders of what you did wrong and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling, and it's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. So use your wings. You're ready for them. I love this. And we talked about that earlier with that Three of Wands showing up in your main energy here. This is time for you to spread your wings. Make a new choice. Get off that perch. If a lot of you were sitting on that perch waiting for the perfect opportunity, you may have been waiting forever. And I feel like there is this cardinal here, which is interesting because cardinals have wings, right? You have this divine intervention of protection, but also guidance moving forward. And I feel like Spirit is saying, I got you. You can spread those wings. Today's soul action, Scorpio, make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Beautiful energy here, Scorpio. Even though you may tend to, as we all do, carry some of those criticisms, those shames, those resentments and bitterness, someone here is definitely evolving emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and you've gone through a lot, but I feel like it's time for you to fully release because something may have held you on that perch, right? There could have been some heavy baggage, some heavy triggers, some pain, some traumas that were allowing and causing you to stay in a place of suffering or stay in this energetic frequency of not manifesting what it is that you wanted. Now there's some shift that you are taking here. So let's take a look and get a final message from the wisdom of the Oracle. And what do we have here? We have a change in the winds. I love this. This is flowing beautifully with what we see here. So it's confirmation that there are big changes, and it's actually card 12. That is the energy of the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is all about releasing control. It is about a new perspective. Now, some of you may feel like you're sacrificing a piece of yourself or your time, your energy, your efforts, but you're actually sacrificing whatever it is you think you're losing to gain something even better. And that's what that Hanged Man is all about. This is card 12. Some of you may have a birthday on the 12th, the 1st, the 2nd, or even the 3rd. All right. The message here for you is this. All right. This is all about a sense that unseen changes has been initiated. Preparation. This is awareness that plans aren't on a firm grounding, feeling a shift and uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. Relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from the drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. Okay, so yes, there is change here. And like I said, with the Hanged Man energy, some of you may feel like there is a piece of you or you have to sacrifice something to get, to move in this new direction. Now, for those of you that are feeling stuck in this suffering and you're just not quite sure how to move yourself forward or out of it, I'm going to read the protection message for you as well, because that can give you insight on these changes. There are conditions brewing in your life, Scorpio, that you don't have control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable, and it is for the best, for the highest good. Even if the storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed sense of clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. Yes. And you have that right here with the messages from Spirit. You have big changes. So there's definitely a change in the wind coming in here, but it's brewing in something better. So don't forget that. I hope this resonates with you, Scorpio. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, and hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.